Peace, love, and blessings, fam. Day 21 of Wisdom of the Ages. If you've missed the previous episodes, you can go and watch them on YouTube at Loyalty Life, spelled L-Y-F-E, Legacy LLC. Day 21, Passion. Love's philosophy. The fountains mingle with the river, and the rivers with the ocean. The winds of heaven mix forever with a sweet emotion. Nothing in the world is single, all things by a law divine. In one spirit meet and mingle, why not I with thine? See the mountains kiss high heaven, and the waves clasp one another. No sister flower would be forgiven if it disdained its brother. And the sunlight clasps the earth, and the moonbeams kiss the sea. What is all this sweet work worth, if thou kiss not me? Percy Bysshe Shelley. English philosopher, poet Percy Bysshe Shelley rejected all conventions that he believed stifled love and human freedom and rebelled against the strictures of English politics and religion. Percy Bysshe Shelley's poetry was his legacy to all of us on the importance of passionately living our daily lives. No less an authority than the Encyclopedia Britannica said about this English Romantic poet, his passionate search for personal love and social justice was gradually channeled from overt actions into poems that rank with the greatest in the English language. Living life passionately has its own tremendous rewards, which are intensified when one is aware that death, in its arbitrary way, can come unexpectedly, as it did for Shelley. Just think of this. Here was a man living at the beginning of the 19th century in England who risked his life distributing pamphlets advocating political rights and autonomy for Catholics in Ireland. He eloped at age 19, betraying both families. He lost his first wife to self-ending contract when he was 24, and two of his children transitioned when he was in his mid-20s. He then married his lover, Mary Wollstonecraft, fulfilling his desire for a life partner who can feel poetry and understand philosophy. Shelley traveled all over Europe supporting himself by writing and publishing his poetry. He met with Lord Byron in various European cities for joint poetic endeavors and proclaimed that poets are the unacknowledged legislators of the world because they create human values and the forms that shape the social order. This man was a fervent idealist who wrote of his love for love and his passion for passion. He completed his enormous treasury of poetry and prose by the age of 29, when he transitioned in a boating accident during a storm. Not only does his poetry speak to all of us of his enormous passion, but so does his life as well. He took up causes, risked his fame and his life, and drank up every moment of his life. The poem quoted here, Love's Philosophy, conveys a glimmer of the passion that Shelley felt in his idealistic heart, and it says to me, as does so much of his romantic poetry, feel the love for those you adore and express it with fervor. Otherwise, live your life in frustration. Love, the passionate variety, is that inner sense of longing that pervades every thought, every waking moment. It is a state of bliss that we usually equate with sexual or romantic feelings when they are ecstatically shared with one's lover. All of that mingling, mixing, clasping, and kissing between the rivers, winds, mountains, flowers, and moonbeams are Shelley's metaphors for that shared state of bliss. Why? He implies, would you choose the frustration of not expressing these feelings? I can recall the aching I have felt at various times in my life for a lover that I was unable to share with someone, for a love that I was unable to share with someone. My bad. I think I felt as though I had left and gone to heaven when that love was made manifest by long embraces and kisses and union. But there is also passion in other circumstances, like the ecstasy of creation. When we consider the matter of having passion in our lives, it is important to pay attention to the things that we feel passionate about. Personally, I know the ecstasy of creation through my writing and in delivering a talk to an audience. I feel a state of bliss in many situations, which is the same kind of union that Shelley describes in his poetry. I have felt the ecstasy of being at one with my body in running a long distance marathon and competing in a hotly contested tennis match. I experience each ecstasy in deep meditation and on long walks with my wife, or while watching my children perform. Shelley speaks of a love and a joyful heart that is able to appreciate the beauty of our world and all those to whom we feel connected. He is not exclusively a passion that keeps us enslaved to our sexual ecstasies. What he is describing is living your life not as if today were the first day of your life, but as if this were the only day of your life, which of course it is. And sharing your passion, because a shared joy is a double joy. Too often we find ourselves bogged down in a serious approach to life, using our minds to keep us in a state of angst, or even worse, indifference. Joy and ecstasy come from within. They cannot be purchased at any price. We are all seeking joy and happiness, and often feeling it is not a proper state of mind when it arrives. The key to knowing this state is to put passion into your life, in your love and sex life to be sure, but also in your recreation, your vocation, and all your observations of yourself intermingling with this glorious universe. There's so much to be passionate about. I have found that people who have a passion or a strong will for what they want to achieve, and who do not allow others to smear or sully their inner pictures of what they want to manifest, always seem to get what they desire in their lives. Shelley lived out his passion idealism with every breath and heartbeat. His passion is reflected in his magnificent poetry. Reread Love's Philosophy and ask yourself, why not? To put this passion in your life, 1. Know that you are a part of a joyful universe. Allow your romantic, ecstatic, blissful emotions to appear more frequently in your daily life. When you feel joy, experience it and express it. As the New Testament says, joy is the fruit of the Spirit. Don't deny yourself that truth. Write your own poetry. Take the time to record your feelings of passion. Whether your passion is pottery or antique furniture, mathematics or music, express it in your own words. Give yourself permission to be a passionate person. Be passionate about anything or anyone you choose without interference from your inner circle. When that inner circle tries to make you feel foolish, gently but firmly, tell it to wait for you in the lobby and invite it to rejoin you later if you want to. 4. Tell those you love how you feel about them as often as possible. This will give you the opportunity to share your joy, and by doing so, to double it. 5. Read, and reread the poetry of passionate people like Shelley. Try to feel their hearts beating with yours, Imagine yourself seeing and feeling what they saw before you even arrived on this planet. So, right now I have a passion to do a 15-minute video a day and post it on multiple platforms. And I apologize about all of the mistakes I made, but we have said we gonna do it raw and uncut, pause. And so I'm a little tired, but my passion, my desire, the love that I have for assisting people and being able to send levels of energy through them, even in these videos, has definitely motivated me and kept me going. So what motivates you and keeps you going? What's that passion that even when you are tired, you still keep pushing? Now, I am going to get some rest tonight before anybody gets worried. I still have some things to take care of in preparation for what's about to unfold. But I also have to acknowledge that there is a beauty and a level of love you have to have for self to know when you need to take a break. So again, what levels of love do you share with the world? This passion is one of these things that I share. This passion for speaking to people, whether it be on social media or in person. This passion for playing the singing bowls at night on other platforms online. Creating technology that infuses natural elements with healing. Giving people Reiki. These types of things are the passion that helps me to continue to move forward and strive to go even harder than I have ever before. Around this time, a couple of years ago, right when C19 was jumping off, I took a major hiatus because I wasn't expressing the love for myself and my family that I needed to. And after taking that break, that hibernation, going into the cocoon, the chrysalis to change and shift and transform and metamorph into something new, has been a beautiful process within itself. It is one of the truest aspects of love, because I had to love myself to express to myself that I needed a break. And I didn't care what anybody in my inner circle felt, anybody in the microcosm of my macrocosm, the neighborhood, my neighbors, people at my job, even some of the individuals on social media that would ask me like, hey bro, when you coming back? I didn't know when I was coming back because I didn't set a deadline. I just set the intention that I needed to take care of myself and love myself. And in doing so, I learned to love existence more. I learned to love the world more, even greater than I already had. I learned different tools, different techniques, different technologies that allow me to utilize those different modalities to express love even more. I'm going to go back to the point because it is very, very solid. The fountains mingle with the river, and the rivers with the ocean. The winds of heaven mix forever with the sweet emotion. Nothing in the world is single, all things by a law divine. In one spirit meet and mingle, why not I with thine? See the mountains kiss high heaven, and the waves clasp one another. No sister flower would be forgiven if it disdained its brother. And the sunlight clasped the earth, and the moonbeams kissed the sea. What is all this sweet work worth, if thou kiss not me? Do we really love the existence that we have? And if you can say no, change it. Start doing something today to make you fall in love with your life to the highest degree. And once you experience that, the truest level of love and engaging with life will open major elements of joy, peace, and prosperity. Thank you for being here, mostly for yourself. I ask that you take this knowledge, walk in love, walk in light, walk in peace, and know that you are loved.